I like that a lot. Oh, Don Geronimo is here. Gary Gelman is here. It's a Monday.
Gary, good morning. How nice to meet you, dude.
Don, you too, man. I've been listening for a long time.
Nice to meet you.
Now we shake hands and we meet in person.
I feel like Kathy Lee. You're like Kathy Lee, and she's Regis, and I'm just watching the parade of Kathy Lees come in here.
Exactly.
One day it's one guy, the next guy. I like you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. Yeah.
And Dave Carmichael says hello.
Yes, my good buddy Dave Carmichael. Fantastic. Yeah, love listening to these guys on the radio too.
Thank you, Dave.
On that little KHTK thing.
KHTK 1140, the big 1140. Hey, listen, I got a surprise on my radio show on Friday. The Kings brought by the big C, the letter, the big gigantic C from Arco Arena. It's finally in my possession.
Awesome.
And I think we'll share that with you in this hour.
We will show it and find out more about how that came to be here coming up. Stand by.
That's a weird story.
Let's get to Christina Anderson, CBS 13 Newsroom now. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi,
Thank you, T.
Thanks very much. Don Geronimo is here. Don's on.
Hi,
it's that time of day.
Hey.
Every morning from 6 to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, why you?
New fast friends. We survived the Rapture. It didn't happen.
The Rapture. You can get me going on the Rapture. What's this guy's name? The guy's name is Harold Camping. I'm going to call you out, dude, much like in 1987. You might remember Oral Roberts said that he needed $8 million from God, or God was going to call him home.
Wow.
Well, I was doing the Don and Mike show back then, and I took my radio show to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to Oral Roberts University, and got kicked off the campus for running around at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, okay, it's payment day. I'm here on behalf of God. I'm ready to take him home. They never let me find him. And this guy, Harold Camping, I think it was 1994 that he made his first prediction, that he just added on a bunch of years. So nice going, Harold. Way to go.
Got this billboard in from Kay Frazier. She sent this one, a picture kind of funny that somebody photoshopped.
That's on my screen. Sorry about that. There you go. Oh, that was awkward.
That was awkward. Right. So, yeah, thanks for that.
And how about all the people? There were nutty people that really, like, treated it worse than Y2K this weekend.
Really get into that stuff.
People thought that was it. It was over with. I was actually working. I completely forgot. So I was like, wait.
We realized until Sunday morning. We're sitting outside drinking coffee and thought, hey, we're here. Right on.
There was just a little part of my mind that this weekend we were just doing stuff. We got over 60 boxes unpacked at my house.
Good deal.
Hey, good for me.
Before we run out of time, we got to talk about your big C.
Oh, right.
The C from...
so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
The letter from Arco Arena. The Kings brought it down to me on Friday on my KHTK radio show. Look at how big that thing is. Now, I can't even tell you why I wanted this letter from the Arco Arena sign, but ever since they announced they're going to change the name to Power Bracelet Pavilion, I wanted to have that. There I am, hard at work at the radio show, and look at how big that thing is.
Yeah.
You were asking me, Gary, if that thing's going to live in the studio.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the thing is so big, it takes up an entire wall where normally another couple of DJs would sit.
Now, did they clean it at all, or is there some bird poop on there?
Oh, that is a dirty C. That's a dirty letter. That's all I can say.
Sorry.
That's so cool.
You walked right into that one.
I fed you.
It needs a lot of cleaning, but I'm thrilled that the Kings brought it by. It's all part of Be Heard, which is the brand new slogan this year for the Kings. So right on. So when we come back, I think we're going to have a live shot down at the radio station. Actually look at it.
We're efforting a live tour
up close and personal.
Yes.
Thank God there was no Rapture. Thank God.
We want to touch the sea and see the sea. Yeah, that's coming up.
Sunday night, all I know is that at 6 o'clock we sat around. I said to my wife, this is when the big one should be happening. This is when the earthquake from Denver should be happening. So glad we didn't make it. I'm glad we did make it.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Good Day Sacramento. Don Geronimo is here.
Hi there.
And we're working on getting our live crews out to KHTK to take a look at that gigantic sea.
That's right, that big gigantic sea that the Kings brought me by. I'm getting a lot of stuff on Facebook and on the Twitter machine. Why do you have that letter of the alphabet? Because it's my favorite letter. Because there's only an A, R, a C, and O. And A-R-E-N-A, so I just picked the letter that I like the best. And I think if you go to kings.com, I'm up there too, when they came in the studio and blindfolded me and brought in Slamson and the Kings dancers on Friday. So thank you very much, Kings.
Check it out.
Hold on, did you just hear that in your ears?
Speaking of spelling, take a look.
Go
we have live pictures.
KHTK Radio. There it is in the hallway.
There's no C in university, but there's a C at KHTK.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life. Look at that thing. Now, that is weather beaten. That was outside on the wall, the outside wall of Arco Arena for almost 25 years.
Since 85, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Right?
Wow.
Look at that thing. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I don't know where I'm going to put that thing. Marianne, you're right. My wife doesn't want it at my house. I think it would be an outstanding thing to put out in like my front yard. It would not go in my man cave. It will not go in our dining room. I don't know where it's going to end up at KHTK. I don't know if I trust the other DJs to have it there in the studio. For right now, there it is in the hallway out front of one of our giant studios. And
now, is it in the hall because the Rise guys don't want it in their part of the building, or did you move it out because it was just too crowded in there?
That's a good question. I moved it out. Well, I didn't actually. I had some of my lemmings move it out on Friday because, frankly, I didn't want the other DJs. Oh, and there they are. Look at.
Oh,
who
there's
is
Mark
that?
Kreidler.
There's Mark Kreidler.
Is that Kreidler?
Hey, open the door. Open the door there for a second. Doesn't look like they're doing anything. How much you want to bet we open the door and Phantom's in there smoking pot?
You're going to catch him right now.
So you haven't cleaned the sea. You haven't cleaned it at all. You haven't
No,
taken
I have
any wind
not,
into it.
Marianne, no.
No, it's just sort of in its natural state. I think it would be the perfect thing for a man cave. The problem is if you put it out in front of your house, people are going to think that someone has graded you.
Well, it'd be like the people at Rayleigh's when I'm going through the self-serve. You know, with me being as I'm a guy that I like the bell curve when I'm being graded, I'll take that C. That'll be a high C, a C+. That thing is awesome. What I'm looking forward to the most is when people at KHTK arrive to work today, and the people that don't know that this happened on Friday. Oh, look at that.
Oh, man. That's
See, that is, look at that's not clean. There's the answer to your question, Marianne. That's not clean.
You can have all your
was a
famous
pigeon
guests.
home.
You can have your famous guests sign the C if it's signable.
That is an awesome idea.
We used to have our wall of shame here. I don't know if we even have. We used to have a wall in the green room. We had to paint it over. It was getting so ratty looking.
I want to thank the Kings very much. I know it sounds stupid, but that's the one thing that I would rather have that than a piece of the parquet floor.
That's
really.
Piece of
basketball
pretty cool.
floor.
Weight-wise, how heavy is it, do you think?
If for a big C, it's surprisingly light.
For a big
50, 60 pounds.
Okay, because you could get a bunch of guys, and maybe you could like put a big steak somewhere, throw it, because it's kind of hooked like that. You know,
I'm just leaving it right where it is, dude.
Like horse C's.
Horse C's, yeah, like horseshoes, horse C's.
Fun. Cool.
That's
all
cool.
right.
I like
With
Thank you,
giant
Kings.
C.
Thank you very much, Kings.
That's awesome.
Well, it is not just for women these days. More